A man who was assaulted near Danforth and Jones last week has died. The victim has been identified as Michael Finlay, a former documentary filmmaker and editor at the CBC. A statement from the corporation says, "We are deeply saddened by this tragic news and are sending our heartfelt sympathies to Michael's family and friends. He pushed journalists and producers to tell great stories, and they knew he always had their back in the field." Colleague Frank Kohler says Finlay was a skilled storyteller who made the journalists around him better.
Michael was just absolutely fixed on making sure that you were telling a story in a sequence that a listener could understand. He really understood the music of the English language, how that when you're telling a story or speaking, we all do this in natural conversation. You know, we pause and there's a rhythm to it and there's a cadence. And that may have come out of the fact that Michael was also a published poet. When he was in younger days at UBC, he regularly wrote poetry.
Mayor Tory says Finlay's death is a tragedy.
I don't know the precise circumstance of how this happened, but it appears to be random, as has been mentioned in the news reports, and it doesn't take away or alter the tragedy of it. But I think if it is as random as it seems, it also indicates a potential connection to some of the challenges we face with people who are suffering themselves from illness, and that really just underlines the need for us to address that in a better fashion, as I've tried to do by saying we should get together and try to do more to help people who are on our streets and in our society that have issues that are going unaddressed.
Police are trying to identify the suspect in this case. The victim was walking down the street on the afternoon of January 24th when he was assaulted. He fell to the ground and suffered serious injuries. He was taken to hospital and died 2 days later. The suspect is believed to be in his 20s, 6 feet tall with a slim build. He was last seen wearing a red paper mask with flames on it, a black sweater, and black pants.